Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you're thinking of buying or selling property, there's one important section in your offer to purchase that can save you a world of stress, and that is the exit clause. Today we're unpacking what exit clauses are, how they work, and why they matter. What are exit clauses? An exit clause, sometimes called an escape clause, gives either the buyer or the seller a way out of the deal if certain conditions aren't met. Think of it as a safety net in case life throws you a curveball. Let's break down the most common exit clauses you'll come across in a South African offer to purchase. Firstly, the 72-hour clause. Sometimes the 48-hour clause. This one usually protects the seller. If the buyer's offer is subject to something, like selling their own property, the seller can keep marketing the home. If another buyer comes with an unconditional offer, the first buyer is given 72 hours to either drop their conditions or lose the deal. It keeps the process moving along. Subject to the sale of a purchaser's property. This is for buyers who need to sell their current home in order to afford the new one. It says, "I'll buy your house, but only once I've sold mine." It's reasonable, but can delay the deal, so it needs to be carefully managed. Bond approval. If the buyer needs a home loan, this clause protects them if the bank says no. It gives a deadline, usually like 14 to 30 days, to get the bond approved. If it's declined, the buyer can walk away without penalty. Due diligence or an inspection clause. This one gives the buyer time to do things like inspect the roof, the plumbing, the electrical compliance, or even check the zoning of the property. It's useful, especially for fixer-uppers or older homes, and lets the buyer cancel or renegotiate if something big turns up. Subject to consent or approval. If a buyer is a trust or a company, the trustees or directors must formally approve the purchase. Or if the property is in an estate, the homeowners association might need to approve the buyer first. This clause ensures everyone involved has signed off. Subject to subdivision or consolidation. This applies when the buyer or seller wants to split a property into two plots or more, or combine two into one. Since it involves municipal approval, the clause gives the deal time for the paperwork to go through. Subject to rezoning or regulatory approvals. Buying a property to turn it into a business, a guest house, or a multi-unit rental, you'll likely need the zoning to be changed. This clause says, "We buy, but only if we get approval for our intended use." A cooling off period, section 29A. For certain residential sales under 250,000 Rand, the buyer has a 5-day cooling off period where they can change their mind. No reason needed. It's a legal right under section 29A of the Alienation of Land Act. Why are exit clauses important? Exit clauses protect both buyers and sellers. For example, if a buyer can't get a home loan, the bond clause gives them a legal way to cancel the deal without penalties. On the flip side, a seller might include a 72-hour clause to keep their options open if they get a better offer. Here are some tips for buyers and sellers. If you're signing an OTP, here are 3 quick tips. Understand each clause. Don't just sign off blindly. Know your deadlines. Missing one could cancel your deal. Ask for help. A good conveyancer or estate agent will walk you through it. If you're unsure about any clauses in your offer to purchase, speak to your estate agent or attorney up front. These clauses are there to protect you, not confuse you. And if you'd like a sample offer to purchase document or any guidance, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more property tips. I'm Shenker here in Hermanus.